Well, I didn't get much sleep last night, and this morning I typed out everything I needed to get done today because I have 8 hours to complete a very, very difficult task, to say the very least. And when I typed this into ChatGPT, it said this. It sounds like you're carrying around an immense amount of stress and responsibility. Of course I am. I'm corporate tech. And that means that anything, anywhere that they need done, you have to be there and ready to go. There's no instruction manual. There's no one to ask for direction. It's you figure it out. And if you can't figure out a way of resolving this and make it very, very aesthetically pleasing. That's the hard part about all of this is that one of the number one rules is that it has to look nice. And I was like, I've got a deadline. Yesterday should have been a lot more work getting done, except for building security issues, moving issues, no direction as to what's moving, what's not moving. People who are movers don't take care of anything. I mean, the last building was so scratched up when I moved out of it. Remember, this is the fourth time that I've had to move an entire department in 2 days. This company functions on get it done right now. No preparation. It's like, okay, it's Friday. We need to be open Monday morning. That's how it always happens. They refuse to lose money by having downtime. And this has happened at like, I don't know, at least 10 offices. No downtime, uptime only. Downtime means someone's getting fired. And so you're just kind of like, really? This is how we're going to do this every single time? And it stresses the hell out of people. But let's go through my quick talking points. So, right here, talking point number one, remind yourself that you're not solely responsible. Really, ChatGPT? I'm looking around and I'm not seeing anyone else who's coming to save me. It's just you, the project, and the deadline, Monday morning. The building is not accessible after 5 p.m. and not available on the weekends. I got till 5 o'clock to make it work. That's a lot of pressure. Communicate challenges is talking point number three. To who? If possible, let your manager or team know. Who? Who am I supposed to let know? There is no person to communicate challenges to. The challenge was it needs to be done by Monday morning, Millennials team. There's no one else here that's going to be able to help you. If anything, they gave me an anchor by giving me Gen Z. He's not reliable for anything. I wouldn't trust him to go get a can of soda. But that's the uh, that's the talking point. Talking our next talking point. Break the work into smaller, negotiable, or excuse me, manageable chunks. Focus on the most critical components first. The tasks that will make the biggest impact if completed. Decide what must be perfect by Monday. Sometimes good enough is all that's necessary in a pinch, not when you're dealing with the executive officers of a corporation. Good enough doesn't exist in their world. It's not even in their dictionary. It's either perfect or it's not done. That's what it comes down to. And again, there's no. Usually, when you work in technology, it's not just you, right? There's a group of people. It's not just you figuring it out because this entire job since I started it, there was no management. They've fired every senior manager that they've had since I started working there. Five senior managers, all deep sixed. Why? They couldn't figure it out. This job comes with no instruction. It's sink or swim. You either know how to do every single part of this job or you're not going to be there. And this job includes so many different other jobs. Like this job's entirely, it's an entire full five different jobs. And when you get stuck somewhere, there's, it's just you. You're either going to fix it or it's not going to be fixed. Because if I know this little about some portions of my job, can you imagine being someone who's never been inside my office building and I'm asking them questions? This kind of happened to me yesterday with the corporate facilities people, because they're like, well, you got to do this, this, and this, and I'm like, but how? And she's just like, I don't know. I've never been there. I have no idea what you're looking at. It just needs to be done. I have 1 hour before I have to meet the moving company at the office. And then from there, we got to figure out how we're going to get everything onto the moving truck. From there, we got to get the moving truck over to the new building, get it loaded. Oh my gosh, there's so many little problems that, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. I'm going crazy just thinking about it. Talking point number 4, take it one step at a time. Pack the cables, set up stations, test the network, focus immediate tasks will help reduce anxiety about the overall workload. So this is the way that I was thinking about it last night. So I have 5 different office areas, 3 individuals, 2 group offices, and they all need workstations. There aren't enough network ports in order to make all the computers work. And what's challenging is it's a mixed environment of different operating systems too. It's it's nuts. All right, talking point number 5. So I did mention when I was writing this that they did this to me at the hotel a couple months ago. Woke up one day, came to work, and it's like there's no one else, Millennials team. Head over to the hotel and set up the VIPs are going to be here at 10 a.m. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. You have till 10 o'clock when the meeting starts. Get it done. You're like, number one, I have no experience in doing this. Setting up conference rooms inside of hotels is someone else's job. And guess what? They don't care. Every time you tell these people, oh, that's not my job, they're like, what are you, stupid? Everything is your job. And that's actually why they fired the last senior manager. He tried to put his foot down and say, that's not my job. And his boss looked at him like, this is a small technology department. Everyone does everything. Technical support is left off of my job description on purpose. I have nothing to do with that part. I manage my department. That doesn't include tech support. But guess what? It does. It does, regardless of what you think your job and what the job is, are two different animals with two different heads. All right, my final talking point here is accept that things might not be flawless. I wish I could accept that things might not be flawless. My biggest fear is that the network won't be compatible with all the different kinds of computers. In which case, you're dead in the water because I'm not certain how I'm going to connect the network printer in a way in which everyone's going to have access to it if they're all individual lines. There's no group network, and I don't think they're going to allow the running of cables all over the place. So, again, figure it out on the spot. All right, so its conclusion was your ability to set up in high pressure situations is admirable. It's not admirable, it's fear. It's self preservation when you get a project like this. Your boss is watching from another country, waiting to see how he's going to yell at you for messing something up. In fact, yesterday I was driving back to so there are 3 different offices that I have to coordinate all of this with. So I'm downtown, south, the south branch, and then the north branch. So I work out of the north branch, and so I have to coordinate in the south branch in order to pack things. Then I have to come up to the rented space in downtown, and then I got to go back to my office to get parts. And then I have to come in and out of a parking garage that charges you by the hour. And I also do not have keys to the individual offices. So anytime I need to get help, I got to go get the actor to let me in one of the doors because they don't want to give me keys. Um, yeah, there's a lot of external possible go wrong things that are possibly going to happen with this project, but I gotta figure it out. I gotta get ready to go to work. I don't think I should eat anything before I leave because I can see that unsettling my stomach, and I'm going to be traveling back and forth in between locations. So, and there's quite a bit of distance between locations. Each location is about, I don't know, 20 to 25 minutes away from each other. So it's not going to be easy. I'm going to waste a lot of time just commuting back and forth when I have more than 8 hours of actual manual labor to set everything up because everything is, uh, all the new stuff is all brand new inside of boxes. And a lot of the stuff I've never seen before that they requested that be brought over. There's all kinds of weird small things I need to put together for them. So, anyhow, I gotta go. I just wanted to do a quick video this morning